Hey Cancer, welcome to November 2020. We're kind of well into it by now, and the election has happened, and it's turned out very well. If you like Trump, you can go fuck yourself and not listen to this channel. I don't assume you would. Are there any Trump supporters who like tarot videos? Or like bettering themselves? I'm gonna throw major shade. I'm gonna be that kind of a winner. Just because it's been so hard these past 4 years. Oh my god. Okay. I have a little kitty with me. She's very curious about what I'm doing. Maybe she'll come say hello. Uh-huh. Interesting. This cat, she's a little baby. She's okay. Sorry. Don't get on the keyboard. No. Where is she? There she is. Okay, it's a little distracting, but I guess cats are magic or something. Lovely. Anything else want to come out? Yes. Oh. She's trying to swipe at the cards. No, get off. Okay. It's my first time. Oh, okay. Cancer. Let's do it. Oh, and I'm also pulling for my second half of my readings. Wow, okay. She is getting into it. Pulling a little dog card. Playing card. Okay, great. 8 of Spades, reverse, which is 8 of Swords. Okay. Well, definitely, that makes sense. No, don't bite my cards. There's a lot of narration happening here, and you're not getting to see the action. Excuse me for that. Whatever. To the 20 of you who watch this, I really appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy it. She's got her own agenda. Okay. Yeah, 8 of Swords reverse. The Lovers. Love to see the Lovers. King of Wands. Queen of Cups. Our energy. I'm a Cancer as well. Cancer Sun. Queen of Cups is nice. 2 of Wands. 7 of Cups. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. The Devil in reverse. And the King of Swords. Alright, I'm tempted to start with the King of Swords. And maybe this kind of like 8 of Swords energy in reverse. Obviously, I just feel like a lot of clarity has come in. I feel like a curse has literally been lifted. I mean, I'm not afraid to talk about politics because I'm very political, but I feel like, this past 4 years has really been the apocalypse. It's been a reckoning. It's been an unveiling of old systems that weren't working and like capitalistic white male patriarchy and white supremacy. And while those things aren't over, there's still more battle to come. I feel like we collectively as a world and global warming, I mean, we have a lot more clarity on what it is that we're facing, and we have an opportunity now to really do something about it. That's the collective. And this is a really big moment collectively. So in all of the individual readings, and I did a collective reading at the beginning of Scorpio season. Um, but individually, I think it's just playing on the micro level. So I think it's still true that we're like getting with the King of Swords, masculine air energy, we're gaining clarity on just the ways maybe we've been stuck and how it doesn't need to be so anymore. I mean, we got this Two of Wands. I think we're just seeing ways forward, or even if we're not seeing the ways forward, I feel like a lot of shadow work has already been accomplished and a lot of like limiting beliefs are being released with this Eight of Swords in reverse. And also, interestingly enough, this is something new I'm trying where this is like just a little playing deck. So these cards don't necessarily like weren't created with like meaning intended on them in the same way like maybe the tarot is. But I feel like this is kind of like a pack mentality is what I'm getting. And I think since we're kind of being released from collective delusions or gaining clarity or kind of seeing the truth, right? Lightning bolt. It's kind of a tower energy almost, but this isn't the tower. It's just saying like to me that there's this like truth that can't be denied and this transformation that's already happened, and we're like it's just the bullshit has been not completely done away with, but I think we are absolutely being released from some of these, at least these deeply old patterns. I think there's a lot more freedom coming in for us. And so, I mean, dude, we got the Devil in reverse, right? And I think with the Devil in reverse, what I want to talk about is the Devil is about restriction. It's about addiction. It's about kind of the ways we can self-sabotage. The Devil can mean a lot of things, but it sorry, I'm so distracted by her. Okay, the Devil can mean a lot of things, but in this particular context of kind of regaining mental clarity, emotional freedom, kind of coming back into ourselves and just feeling ourselves, I feel like this is just us no longer abiding by things that we don't have to abide by. I think it's us being willing to cut ties with what is kind of restricting us or holding us back or just not making us feel good or not like making us feel like we have that forward movement that we're craving. So this could be like actual relationships in your life where you're leaving them. This could be she's eating my hair. Stop. I have a little demon now. It's this cat. But she's a good one. It's good to have some demons in your life. Yeah. I mean, that was one thing I was joking about was like I have a cat and tarot cards now, so I'm like completely ready to die alone, Like really embracing those spinster vibes. And while I still, of course, hope for love myself, I think with the Devil in reverse, it's just we have more of our own power and more of our own kind of like, I would say autonomy and, yeah, it just feels kind of like we're not so easily manipulated anymore because we got all this truth and like these limiting beliefs have been released, and it's happened on a collective level, but I think on a personal level, we're just sort of like, less willing to tolerate things that are keeping us small or not like helping us grow. We did also have this Wheel of Fortune in reverse, which I feel like now that all this like kind of positive energy has come in, I think there's a part of us that is really okay, sorry. She's in my lap now. Attacking me. Okay, this is a very cat-heavy tarot reading. But it's alright. Things change. Things do change. The cat is definitely a change in my life. I just got her like 2 weeks ago. We found her on the streets and rescued her from the brink of death. So, I mean, I feel like that's been kind of the case for all of us, right? We were kind of on the brink of just death there, and we now have this like new chance at life. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, I feel like we're kind of like eager to see more of those like positive changes come in. Like we're like a little impatient maybe, especially since we're kind of like eradicating some of these old patterns or obligations or addictions, like just getting free. I really feel like we're just getting free from what was holding us back. And so I think there's a part of us that wants desperately to just see it all happen and unfold all at once. But we got the Seven of Cups too. And I mean, yeah, we got the Two of Wands. So like this is us kind of like looking ahead and being really excited for ourselves. And like also this Queen of Cups, we've like come back into our own energy. And we're really feeling ourselves. We're really feeling like our intuition, maybe. We're feeling just our heart come back to us. I feel like there's like just like this like light kind of flooding in, and especially with that King of Swords, like the clarity. Also, we got the King of Wands, which I feel like is creative inspiration and passion, and just like it. Also, this is all masculine energy, masculine air and fire, and so I feel kind of like a lot of this, when you take the election aspect out of it, I guess, and kind of look at it more from a cosmic perspective, this has been a little bit more about the imbalance between feminine and masculine energy, or just like how masculine energy was kind of like abusive to feminine energy. And not that that's ending again, like there's still more work to do, but I feel like there's just balance being restored to the force at large. And as we kind of feel whole within ourselves, I think as feminine energies, like even if you're a man, you have feminine energy. Even if you're non-binary, you have feminine, masculine energy. I mean, it's not helpful to talk about things in duality or gender. You get it, whatever. I assume if you're watching my videos, you understand what I'm saying. I'm saying we're all coming back into a sense of like wholeness within accepting our feminine energy and healing our feminine energy, whether we're men or women. And for us as Cancers, this Queen of Cups is like really kind of our home star, right? Like it's like we're coming home to ourselves a little bit more this month, and really getting to heal and really getting to like appreciate ourselves and really getting to see ourselves clearly too with these two masculine energies. What I was just trying to say is I feel like the masculine parts of ourselves, especially for us being water signs, these kind of like polar opposite energies of fire and air, I feel like they're actually coming in to really support us and really like be there for us and really like help us like come back into ourselves. And we got the Lovers too, so I mean I'll get there, but like yeah, it just feels kind of like this returning to wholeness, and this kind of like getting into balance. Like, so this could be internally our anima type dynamic is really coming into a good, healthy place. It could be more about really embracing our feminine side, and then like external masculine figures are kind of creating space and like clarity and like passion and encouraging us. And like, I think that we all need that at times, whether, again, it doesn't matter if it's like a romantic partner or not. It feels more like just having, containers and spaces to really come into alignment. Yeah, and plus this excitement, plus this releasing of just shit that doesn't work for us, or that is like holding us back, or is just limiting our ability to experience freedom the way we want to. So, and plus, I'm actually drawn to the fact that the devil is typically Capricorn energy, and we've just been through all of those Capricorn conjunctions with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter. And those really were kind of like the crux of these big moments collectively too, what they were playing out for us in our world here. And so I guess I was just thinking with Capricorn energy, I feel like Capricorn energy isn't bad, but it's like the devil was kind of like helping us maybe through our shadow side too a little bit, or kind of like forcing us to come to terms with like our own part in the patterns we were playing, you know? Kind of like, I don't want to victim blame any of us. It's more just unrooting these unhealthy patterns that we were taught, I think is what I'm trying to say. I know for me, like, I'm a Capricorn moon. I was really taught, like, to be ambitious, and it's like, I'm not shitting on ambition. It's more just like, I kind of started worshiping at the idol of my ambition and to the point that it was like limiting my actual happiness and health and wholeness, like I was talking about here, right? Just kind of like I was pursuing ambition at the cost of like actually my mental health or she's trying to bite my hair. Okay, hold on. So yes, this could be the internal devil too, like where we've been harsh with ourselves at the cost of our actual well-being because we're pursuing something externally, looking for that validation and approval, etc. So this whole month feels kind of like just restoring balance, getting back into really our own true self and feeling supported in that, whether externally or internally, by the masculine. And I'll get to the lovers at some point. But what I wanted to talk about briefly was these two, Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Seven of Cups. I feel like, with this was in reverse. I feel like it's like just we're so excited for this change, but with the Seven of Cups, I feel like we're wanting to rush into the new beginning, but I think there's kind of a need, and I talked about this with Aries too, another cardinal sign. I feel like there's another, like a need to reset a little bit. Stop. She tried to attack the screen. Okay. I mean, to bring this cat into the reading, she's obviously causing a little bit of chaos in my life, right? Like, I'm distracted and she's kind of having her own way with things, but she's a positive development in my life. But, you know, I'm kind of like, we're still finding our groove a little bit, how we interact, and maybe I'll bring it to the lovers now. So we got the lovers, and this is a card of choice. It's also a card, I think, of romantic love. I mean, it's two otters holding hands and hearts. So I feel like it's silly not to talk about love when you pull the lovers, personally. And it's Gemini energy, which I think is kind of maybe an echo of what I was talking about with the Queen of Cups and the King of Wands and the King of Swords. Like this, you know, balance and harmony coming in between maybe these forces that had been opposed to one another, like, right? Like, I feel like there is just deep healing available, at least on an internal personal level, and maybe that is playing out with external partnership, but I'm not here to predict your love life. I think that can be, I guess, unhealthy to try to control and predict your love life, so I try not to go there. But I do think partnership is important, and in this context, I feel like we're at least really feeling the love and feeling the love for the people in our lives, and really, as we are able to heal and like really feel ourselves and come into ourselves, our own intuition and who we are, I think we're able to accept others and really come from a place of love on a deeper level. And I think it's just bringing, this really just feels like a ton of harmony coming in, at, you know, just healing and harmony. It feels like that's what's available to us, Cancer. And I think yeah, so we're able to operate from a place of love, and maybe that's attracting love, whether romantic love, deeper connections, even familial love, but it just feels very like um positive and new. Okay, so with this, and I was kind of talking about my cat, I just feel like there is kind of this like paradoxical energy of there's been a ton of change. We want more change. And like maybe now the change feels like it's kind of like stopped almost. And there's just kind of like this um maybe a confusion or a little bit like what now, or a little bit like I'm talking about my cat and like how me doing tarot readings with a cat in that room is very different for me because I'm getting more distracted. And it's kind of like that to me. Just that there's like all this positive new love coming in and like coming into ourselves, but like because we've been like kind of out of harmony and like in this like devil mode since we're escaping something, right? I just feel like there's a little bit of simultaneously feeling like excited for the new chapter, wanting more change, feeling like we're kind of like at a pause almost, but the pause is I think really to incorporate this balance and to like find the new normal and to continue to clear some of these confusing aspects of like what's possible, because to bring it back to the Two of Wands, and then I'll kind of wrap it up, we're seeing where we can go from here, and I think with the Seven of Cups, we're seeing we can go a lot of different places. So maybe that's also part of the overwhelm. It's like things have changed, new doors have opened, and now we're like, well, what door do I go through, right? Like, how do I know what's right for me? Or like, how do I adjust to this new harmony? Or like how, with the Lovers, I know a Cancer who is due to have a baby soon, right? And so like that's kind of the vibe here too, is like this new love, this new partnership, or this new like commitment, this new investment or like partnership or kind of thing that is actually something maybe we need to kind of like settle into. It's like, I'm trying to think of another good example. It's like, I guess it's like if you just move to a new city and anything's possible, but you need to stay in quarantine for, a month before you can really go out and venture out. And the only reason you need to stay in quarantine is because there's still a pandemic and because you kind of need to settle into, or it's like you get a fish and you have to put it in the plastic bag in the water so the water temperature can kind of like, there's like really just solidifying that equilibrium that is coming in as a result of having kind of escaped old dynamics. So I think we're really kind of establishing some equilibrium first while we see and kind of explore maybe what the possibilities are, knowing that there are many and that there's kind of new chaos just in terms of all the changes that have already happened. So settling into some of those changes before we go embark on the new changes. And I think a lot of it has to do with love too, whether romantically or just feeling the love and feeling love for yourself and feeling some sense of wholeness. So that is my reading. I love you, and I'll see you again in December. Bye.